Hey Taurus, it's Heather here with Earth Empress. I hope you guys are doing fantastic this week. This is going to be your February 2020 general overall spread. It's going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter in Taurus. And if you're cross-watching, welcome. You could very well be resonating with the energy that's coming through. With the main general, it's not going to resonate for absolutely everyone. So please keep that in mind and, trust your gut, follow your instincts. Follow your instincts, as I always say. As you can see, I have my favorite bowl on the wall here. What else? Social media, Facebook, Instagram, podcast, all that good stuff is going to be listed in the description box down below, as well as information for private readings. They are $40. They are 30 to 35-minute readings. And I do have on my Instagram, if you'll go follow my page, I do have $10 mini readings on Wellness Wednesdays. Those are offered as well. What else, guys? I will say I've seen the Ace of Swords about 7 times. So there could be some kind of clarity, some kind of direction, purpose, information, something coming through for you guys because I kept noticing it. So let's hop right into February for my beautiful Taurus people, my fellow bulls. I love you guys. Father of Cups, the Hermit, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Fun fact, King cards also have air energy in them in any sign as far as, cups, swords, wands, and pentacles. So this would be air and water. And then you have the Hermit, which is the Virgo card. I feel like for some of you, you've been in a very, I don't want to say emotionally distant place, but you've been like really keeping your emotions tucked away, kind of working through them. I want to say with the Hermit energy, a lot of you have been through a period of not just isolation, because maybe you're still, interacting and living your life, obviously. But emotionally, you've just been kind of kept to yourself. You've been kind of working through things, processing, allowing things to kind of flow. King of Cups is a very beautiful card just because it's my Still Waters Runs Deep card. So there's a lot going on underneath the surface and you're keeping collected. You're kind of sorting through it yourself. You've been working through this. It could be a big period of spiritual evolution for you guys. I'm going to be honest because the Hermit card for me is, waiting for the spring to come. It's like waiting for the moment to come through. It's waiting for the moment to act. And it's also based off a very spiritually inclined level versus just sitting back and, some of you could have been experiencing bouts of depression with this winter and the energies that have been going on. But I feel more so it's just kind of hanging back in order to rest and reprieve your energy and emotionally sort through things. 4 Cups, yeah. You have. You've just been kind of, the 4 Cups, for me, it's not really the depression card. 5 of Cups is more so that for me, looking back and kind of being stuck. 4 Cups is just kind of the block card. So you've been working through your emotional stuff. You've just been kind of in a state of just like, I don't want to deal with this stuff right now. I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with that. I just want to work through. I want to sit. I want to have my silence. I want to, eat my comfort food, watch my TV shows, just relax. It doesn't feel like it's particularly sad. It doesn't feel like it's upset all over the place. Like this is just I need to relax. I need to, again, like reset, rest, reprieve, just kind of refocus. That's good though, because you guys, 3 of Cups. I feel like you've been enjoying it actually, I'm going to be honest. And as a fellow Taurus, I get it. I feel like a lot of you, maybe some of you have been traveling with friends or doing, fun outings with friends and stuff. And so when you get home, it's like you're energetically depleted. So you have to have time to eat your snacks and experience your shows and do things like that. And then for some of you, I just feel like you straight up are loving just being the Hermit right now. It's just such a good energy. It feels good. It doesn't feel, worried or stressed or anxiety. It's just like I'm chilling. I'm doing my thing. I'm enjoying my life. I'm enjoying my snacks. Yeah, it's so funny. Because a lot of times 4 Cups, it feels like, how do I explain this? With Wands, it would feel like it's stagnant and it needs to change. But with this, I feel like you guys are just kind of absorbed in it. You're just really enjoying being able to have your peace and work through your mind and work through and process your emotions. It could also be, you're trying to figure out what's going to bring happiness for you moving forward, or what, steps you need to take in order to really embrace the happiness. Oh, wow, yeah. Temperance, here we go. Yeah. You're just balancing out. I mean, I feel like a lot of Tauruses with all the planetary actions that's been going on, because you have Capricorn in a couple different placements, and then you also have Cancer, because you have Cancer North Node right now, and then you have Capricorn South Node, which is hitting all of these energies. And then you have Pisces and Neptune right now, like, it's home planet, home sign. It's where it is right now. And then you have all of these little placements in between, and it's like everything's hitting you guys, because then Uranus is in Taurus as well. So you're getting hit energetically, whether it's trining or sextiling or conjuncting, and I do feel like there's been a lot, and it's bringing about a spiritual balancing for you guys. I feel like that's why it hasn't felt so, I don't want to say hard, because for some of you it might have been a hard process, especially depending on what other signs fall in your charts. But for a lot of you, I just feel like it's this rest and reprieve to spiritually balance out, because the universe is coming in and really working through you and helping you work through things. It could be, subconsciously in your dreams too. You could have been working through past pain or traumas, things that need to be released. Temperance is going to come in to bring balance one way or another. And it is spiritually guided balance. It is literally having the angels wrap their wings around you and come in to really balance out, your state and your being, to bring you into alignment. Now, whether or not it's been easy or difficult for you guys, I don't know. For me personally, my moon's in Libra. So there have been days where it's been really rough. I'm going to be honest. I've had 1 or 2 days where I had just a complete clusterfest of just like, can I do this? Am I doing this? Questioning self-worth, questioning, all of those things. And it's funny because Chiron's in Aries. And with Chiron in Aries, it's squaring it's opposing my Libra placements. So, and then everything in Capricorn is hitting my moon because it's squaring it. So it's been a process. But I will say that Temperance coming in, that's what it feels like. It feels like there's a day of like, oh gosh, I'm just losing my shit. And then the next day it's like, why did I feel like that? What's been going on with me? Why have I been feeling this? Losing my shit, questioning my worth, questioning myself. This is you guys too. You've been feeling it. That 5 of Pentacles, that state of lack, it's balancing out because, in fact, you are not lacking. You will never be lacking. You are more than enough. You're always more than enough. And I sound like I'm preaching over here, but it's Taurus thing because it's true. And you have the Star card here. So that's what it is. It's bringing in healing. Any kind of ego, self-worth, self-esteem issues that you guys have faced in the past, it's really coming to an end as far as accepting and loving yourself and embracing who you are from the inside out. Because Temperance is there to bring balance to it, and the Star brings healing and wish fulfillment. So with the healing of your self-worth brings in beautiful opportunities towards what you really want to do, towards, your growth and who you are. And really, I want to say like your soul growth, your spiritual growth too, like your path, your purpose, what you're called to do. It's bringing in potential for all of these beautiful things because you're finally sorting through the last little bit. And it feels like it's an internal thing where, you have your day and you have that day where you just feel like shit and you work through it. And then the next day it feels like, it starts this whole leveling out process. And honestly, that's kind of the best way to go through it. Judgment, yeah. Spiritually leveling up. What did I say? You guys are. That's what this is about. I feel like the Taurus, especially in this age that we're going into of Aquarius, which is more about the humanitarian and actually working with others, versus Capricorn building and, building yourself up and the empire and releasing old things in order to really be the cardinal earth and be substantial and tangible. Well, I'm sorry guys, my throat. We go from that to Aquarius, which is thinking outside the box, being uniquely yourself, being okay with who you are, embracing who you are, embracing others for who they are, taking what you've built, using it in a unique way, outside of the box concepts towards something that is substantially beneficial, because we still have Capricorn energy going on too. So this is going to be a big shift for you guys, and I feel like it's these last little bits of your ego. I'm not going to say I've been removed, because let's be real, we're not going to get rid of our ego. It's just not how it works. But I will say that the ego that has been controlling or keeping you held back, it's being released and healed, those bits have, in order to really move you forward towards your goals, towards your dreams, and towards purpose. Judgment and the Star card. You're heading towards it, and that's beautiful. And it's in a very spiritually balanced way, which is, I mean, kudos, Taurus, because that's beautiful. There you are. Mother of Pentacles. What do we got right here? The universe, yeah. New cycle starting in your balanced state. Loving your life, loving yourself, flourishing, growing. Oh, man. That's under the Hermit. So the key to the universe in this situation, the key to changing the cycles and moving forward is the fact that you're going within and really allowing yourself to flow through these emotions right now. It's a very important period. You might not feel like it's some, I don't know, particularly intense leveling up period. For some of you, again, it could just be fluid and easy, and it feels easy. And I think it feels easy because you're not fighting it. You know, if you're not fighting it, it doesn't feel as complicated or as difficult as it could be. Whereas if you're constantly fighting back where you're called to be, or working through things, or pretending they don't exist, or that emotion never happened, or I don't remember this, this could be something simple where you're sitting in a process and then you start remembering old memories that you hadn't thought of in, 10, 15, 20 years, and you find yourself processing these things. It just kind of flows naturally. And it's because it's really pushing you into your purpose. And I love that. What else do you have? It's pushing you into your purpose quickly. Yes, see? Some of you could have a fire sign in your life too. You have, or this could literally be you encompassing this energy because you've reached this grounding and this solidity in who you are, in your purpose, and your self-esteem, and your confidence, and your worth. And the more you work on it, that Mother of Wands energy, that Queen of Wands, she's on fire. She's charismatic. She's creative. She's doing shit that she loves. And no one's dictating or telling her what to do. Eight of Wands. Something rapid, fast-paced. It's quick movement. It gets you going. It's your inspiration. It's, again, what you're guided towards, what you're headed towards, with it touching the Universe card. Because anything that the Eight of Wands touches, it adds like a instant. You just, it's got to go. It's got to be now. It's a yes. Yes, it's going to happen. Some of you could be having a cycle with a fire sun coming back around. I don't know why I'm getting that. Because you have the Three of Cups here too. Potential happiness, Four of Cups, the stagnancy, going within, pulling. Maybe like in a situation, some of you pulled yourself back from a water sign or a fire sign. And it's bringing forth change to a cycle, whether that's going towards them or moving away from them. That's in there for somebody because it's showing up. Yeah, the Devil. Oh, wow. Okay. So I do feel like for some of you, this is going to be different for everyone because there are a lot of ways this could honestly be read. I feel like some of you are going to get some kind of clarity when it comes to a fire sign and the toxicity that was in the situation. And then this would be like finding the strength to build again, to start over, to move towards something that's, substantial. Some of you could be starting over with a fire sign because Temperance is on top of this Devil. Balancing out the toxicity is what's necessary in order to move forward and release it. So what could have been, something that was honestly very toxic, or it just could have been very sexually charged too. I'm going to be real with you. There's a lot of balances coming into play here. Strength card is Leo, the Devil's Cap, and then you have Leo, Sag, Aries energy here. And you have more Earth too, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but I feel like this is you guys. Temperance is Sagittarius, the Stars Aquarius, Judgment, Scorpio energy too. I do feel like for some of you, this is moving forward in a situation, possibly with a fire sign, to rebuild. And for some of you, it's finding the strength to finally release a toxic cycle and start over again, because the Star and the Three of Pentacles, this is something that you're hoping for, the solid ground to get to start things over. So whether it's with somebody or without, to each their own, right? Strength card under that Five of Pentacles. spiritual strength, because you're spiritually strengthening your soul, your ego is starting to kind of, again, kind of wither away to a certain extent, where the self-worth issues, they're not as loud anymore. You know, they're not as insistent. They're not as consistent. It's not day-to-day doubting and second-guessing. It's just finding the strength within you to overcome that in order to move forward towards building your future. Three of Pentacles. I'm going to grab maybe, let me see what I got. 15 minutes. So I'll grab like 3 more cards. Maybe 4. I'll grab 1 more on this row. What's up with this 3 of Pentacles, Spirit? What's up with this 3 of Pentacles? The Tower. Of course, this is the Tower. Under Judgment. Wow. Talk about spiritually inclined. Like, this is Uranus right here. This is Uranus energy. For me. It's just something you can feel bubbling, building, and then just... Because lightning, for most people, lightning doesn't come out of a blue sky. Most of the time, it comes when it's dark and it's cloudy, and you see it coming, you feel the energy building. So if this is a toxic situation, this is something that has been building for a while. And if this was toxicity within you and overcoming the fears and doubts and self-deprivation, or maybe tearing yourself apart, literally like tearing yourself apart day to day with doubts and worried and insecurities, coming to a head because Judgment's right there. It's time. And Judgment doesn't always come in our timing. Sometimes it comes in divine timing, and that's okay, especially with a star card there. It's going to have a lot to play with the universe. Universe has their hand all in this because there is major arcana all over this table. It's a big power play right now where it's like building you up to prepare you for what's to come. And what's to come, I don't feel like it's destructive. I feel like it's something that happens inside of you. It's you speaking up. It's you stepping into your power. It's you focusing and moving towards what you want. I don't feel like it's some kind of earth-shattering thing for you. You're focused on 3 of Pentacles. You're trying to build your life. You know, you've built up the spiritual strength to finally move towards what you're called to do. And maybe you're called to do something. Maybe you're called to be the Tower in a situation and change shit up for somebody. We have 5 of Swords. Daughter of Cups. So some of you could be definitely dealing with water sign. And we have 4 of Swords. So 5 of Swords to me, it's 2 things. It's selfish victory for some. So this could be you speaking some truth, something coming up, some kind of issue, and you just speaking the truth and saying, look, you know, you were selfish in this situation, or this happened this way. This wasn't what it needed to be. If it's toxicity from you, maybe you were selfish in a situation, or you took advantage of something and you have regrets for it. Because Page of Cups is like an offering. It's like having, you know, some kind of love or some kind of apology or something like that offered in a situation. You could be dealing with somebody that was very selfish in the past, and then they literally, boom, it hits them. You know, maybe you making the decision to head towards what you need to do, what you're building and working on, cause them to wake up. And they realize how selfish they've been or the way that they've approached things. Because you got Page of Cups here. Again, some kind of apology or connection or offer when it comes to love or emotion. And then you got 4 of Swords. This is you taking a moment to look at yourself, looking at the situation. Rest and reprieve. It's not you. You're not stressed about it. That's what's beautiful in this situation. Whatever this is that you've had to really release and move from. Whether it's toxicity with a person or whether it's toxicity within inside you. It's released. And again, it could go 2 ways. Either something's coming in order to really, I don't want to say like smooth it over, but it's like, it's what it feels like. It's like someone comes in and they see, like, they said harsh words or something happened, and they want to come in and they realize that, you know, oh, fuck, well, I was selfish. I shouldn't have said that. I was being a dick, you know, and they kind of want to smooth it over. It does feel genuine. It doesn't feel like it's ingenuine. I feel like, if anything, this person has some stuff going on inside of them that they have to work through. And then if it's not a person that you're dealing with, if it's literally you inside working towards your junk, working everything out, taking that toxicity out, any selfishness, anything you were inclined to, even, you know, judgmental or malicious or anything like that. I do feel like you're doing it by learning to love yourself more. Because a lot of the times when people lash out like that, it's because they have low self-esteem or they don't have love for themselves. And this is all you're working through. So, if there was a situation where you found yourself lashing out or doing things that were kind of out of character, I feel like it was triggered. I feel like it was something inside of you that was triggered. And maybe, and it doesn't have to just be with other people. Maybe it's something triggered inside of you where you were attacking yourself, where you were doubting yourself, where you were literally, again, picking yourself apart. Self-love is going to heal that. That's the only way to heal that. Sometimes by giving love to others, we start to have it reflected back to us, and it kind of helps. And then sometimes you really have to dig deep and say, look, this is what it is, and that's okay. And saying it's okay, and then allowing yourself to feel it, you heal it, and then you move forward. Because Four of Swords is that healing too. It's internally going within, healing, working through what needs to be worked through. Again, whether it was a connection with someone where they were innately selfish, or, maybe it was just, again, you picking yourself every little thing, I'm not good enough, I'm not going to be able to do this, I can't make this happen, or, I'm not going to make that move, or I'm not going to take that job, or I'm not going to speak up. Do it. Do it. Do it. Because it is called for. I have so many beautiful cards in this. Like, it's overcoming so much, but it doesn't feel like it's a fight. Again, flow with it. If you are overcoming and working through insecurities within yourself, flow. Flow. Easier said than done. Sometimes it helps to kind of get it out too. Speak with people that you really love. Talk it through. That way you're not lashing out or having situations where you're on the defense because you just feel so shitty inside. Do it. Work through it. Reach out to somebody. Could be a water sign. Kind of get that affirmation. Kind of talk through, work through things. It really helps. Yeah, Daughter of Swords. So this is finding the truth and the clarity after Four of Swords, the healing, the going in. So I do feel like whatever doubts have crept up or in a situation with another person, it is going to be put to rest. I do feel like it's going to have a beautiful energy because it's going to be you kind of stepping into the truth of the matter and kind of objectively looking at the situation versus being so emotionally invested that you are consistently on the defense or consistently feeling like you have to just protect yourself. I do feel like you're going to find the clarity of the situation and the matter. And I do feel like the clarity is going to be that the healing's taking place, that that's what needed to happen in order for certain things to come up and creep up for you. So let's see what. This is the Starseed Oracle. You have 3 cards. Empathic Starseed. Sometimes we absorb other people's shit, guys. We do. This is definitely saying to be mindful. Energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. And maybe for some of you, that's what it is too. Some of you are picking up on other people's junk. And so because you're picking up on so much around you, you're just like, can I have a moment to just sit and not have to deal with people's stuff? That's why you're in a hermit mode, because you don't want to be around other people's energetic garbage. Discernment. I just thought of this. Page of Swords. Discernment. Discernment is your best friend when you're an empath, because deciding what's yours and what's not yours and what you intentionally want to focus on and what you intentionally want to block out, powerful. It's magic, I'm telling you guys. Star family. You're part of a team of souls. Call in support. Yes, so this is that Page of Cups. Allow people to connect with you. Turn to your people, your soul family. That's what they are for. It's like the more you can be open and vulnerable and admit when you're having those days with people, the deeper your relationships really come. They tend to kind of just mesh into this beautiful, deep connection because you're open and you're vulnerable. And it takes that vulnerability to really connect with people. And I know as a Taurus, it's easy to just kind of shut ourselves away and deal with our own stuff. And we feel like we're burdening people when we express what we're going through. But we're really not. We're giving people a chance to really step up and shine and show us their heart. And if you look at it that way, it's kind of a beautiful thing because you don't feel selfish. It's like, it took a long time for me, and that's what I had to learn to do, to really express what I was going through with people and do it openly so they had a chance to really do the same. And sometimes you'd find that you're going through the same moment at the same time, and it's insane how that works. But it's an energetic, vibrational thing. A lot of the time you align with people and you go through some of the same things, maybe at a different point in time. You have those moments where you You sit and you think back on something you went through 2 years ago because someone's going through it now. You know, you're able to connect on that. And that's so special. And people really underestimate that kind of connection. It's such a beautiful bond. And yes, Starkeeper. Cosmic ancestors. See the light by staying grounded. So stay in your Taurus, that hermit energy. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy. That's just grounded. Stay in it, my friends. That's fantastic. I'm so excited for you guys because, again, whatever's being released, it's done. It's done. You're going to find the light. You're going to see the truth. You're going to practice your discernment. Make sure you stay on that, okay? That's going to be it for your February 2020. I hope you guys have an amazing month ahead, and I will see you in a couple weeks. Love and light. Bye.